One of the biggest problem I have with the school system, education, and academics is the fact that it's under the illusion and assumption that knowledge will never change for a long period of time. So for example, a student who graduates 10 years ago under a curriculum, when you go back to the same institution 10 years later, you will find that the same curriculum used 10 years ago is still very much in use 10 years later. So that by the time a student is graduating from an academic school of learning, they are at least 10 years behind global schedule. So one of the greatest skills you can learn as a graduate is to master the art of learning, unlearning, and relearning. I mean, you must understand how to learn. Learning how to learn is one of the greatest skills you can have in your archives. And secondly, the set of skills required to thrive in the academic world is different from the set of skills required to thrive in the real world. And I can tell you this from experience. So for instance, in the real world, failure is grievously penalized by downgrading your score and then grading you poorly. But in the real world, failure is rewarded with lessons and experience that can even be monetized. So you see the difference. So that when a student is coming out from theories and the rules taught in school, they are at least 10 years behind the real world. Another example is, you see, most of the theories that are taught in schools were propounded and proposed in the 15th, 17th, and 18th century. At those times, those knowledge were relevant. But now, those theories are not representative of the complexities and the changing world that we live in. I mean, the world is changing rapidly. To think of an idea to maintain its real value, an idea proposed 18th century, to still retain its originality and authenticity, to be such relevant in the 21st century, I mean, it's grossly flawed and inadequate. So therefore, the onus is on you as a student to understand that the set of skills required are not learned in school. In fact, professions that were once hyped, celebrated, and praised, I mean, parents will give their last breath to have their children undergo such courses in the universities. But today, those highly revered and once respected courses are now fading away for new sets of courses that has not even landed the university or the polytechnic or whatever. It's not even landed as a course for study in some universities. So you see, you have to think for yourself, you have to learn for yourself, you have to grow for yourself. Time has changed. Learn how to learn, and that will be the beginning of your journey to thinking and playing globally. Thank you.